things change, and a new generation has emerged who are obsessed with nothing else but their lap times on the latest console racing game. To reflect this troubling change of the social climate, I've challenged 3 of the country's champion game players to try their hands at Grand Tourism on the PlayStation. In order to secure their place in racing with Bombardier, my contestants must negotiate the deep forest level of the game, a course filled to bursting with devilishly tight corners. Anyone expecting a pleasant ride in the country should leave now.
Okay, top-notch calibre of contestants for this one. We have got the top 3 as finished in the Blockbuster National Games Playing Championships this year. Please welcome Ian Marshall, John Paul Roberts and Aaron Noel. Wonderful, Paul. All right, Aaron. Yeah. Looks and everything like that. Of course it is, you're 90s man. Whereas myself, I'm totally unreconstructed. So, while the nation is deafened by the sounds of many hands on Jimmy's mum's knocker, we're going to take a look at today's news.
Spice World is luring in punters nationwide, but those people who make their way to the Empire Leicester Square are getting the bonus of a free CD-ROM. Featuring puzzles and trivia questions, the CD-ROM punishes your progress with clips from the movie. With the PlayStation game still in development, the CD-ROM's the only solace on offer for spice-mad computer owners, mad being the right word.
See ya, hold tight.
Nice day for a ride to hell.
This spring it sees a touch of comedy reaching the world of motion theatre rides in the form of Mad Racers, where surreal cartoon characters race their way through a series of life-endangering landscapes to a soothing death metal soundtrack. It's also won an award recently for being the best kind of this thing in the world or something. People who like to juggle while playing Quake, rejoice! Because US company Biocontroller come up with a hands-free controller system for the PC. The system's sensors can be safely strapped onto various parts of the body, allowing the players complete control of games using only their eyes, head and fingers. Mind you, you will look like a kid.
Okay, we've got a great challenge today. We've got the top 3 as finished in the Blockbuster National Games Playing Championships. They're going to compete on the Gran Turismo on the PlayStation. Whoever gets the fastest lap in the Deep Forest level will win. Rick Henderson,
Hello.
What kind of car are they driving?
Well, they're actually driving the Griffiths 500 Blackpool B340, unbelievably.
What kind of car is that?
It's a TVR. It's the fastest car actually in this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never heard of it. What kind of time will you be looking for them? What's a good time?
Well, we're actually looking... yeah, basically now that he's got past the other cars, it's not going to have any hampering progress going on. But the other big problem he's got is so far he's been choosing the wrong gears, I think. He also had a little
Still in
skidding
third, but you
moment.
can see that at the bottom right-hand corner. Now down to second. First checkpoint, sorry, 30 seconds. 30 seconds for John Paul at the first checkpoint.
That's not immensely great, and going up on the bank there was certainly the wrong move for him.
Okay, there's just a bit of a gentle left-hander here. He's into the third gear. Would you like to see him in a kind of higher gear, fourth or fifth?
He should be getting up to fourth or fifth, certainly on the straights. He seems to be going around the whole bloody track in third gear.
Okay, a little nudge into the rock there. Not something I would imagine you'd want to do unless you were showing off to a lady. Here we come to the second checkpoint. Sorry, it's the, I was getting a little bit premature there, never mind. Okay, we're still going through, we've got just over a minute. Now we're quite a tight left-hander. Here comes the second checkpoint now. 1 minute 8. There. That's not bad, Rick, is it? Or?
That's not bad, actually. He's doing better than he did in practice at this present moment, but he's had a few skips even further on in it.
Okay, so we get a gentle chicane. He's coming up to the left hand of the side of it, into the right-hand side of it. It's a follow twist on left. He's doing that bad. He's staying on the road. We're going to be coming up to the first checkpoint quite soon. Here we go. 31 seconds. Joe Paul did it in 30. He's 1 second off the pace break.
Yeah, he's 1 second off the pace. You can see why he's weak.
Takes the lead. Ian, make way for Aaron. Aaron Noel, the person who came first in the national championships, theoretically the best games player in Britain, trying to beat a time of 1:23.956. Best of luck, Aaron. Off you go. Aaron is opted for red, a colour that signifies danger and passion. And off he goes. Again, that's another stuffy start there.
A slow start, not quite as bad as Ian's though, because as you can see, he's gone past the cars very quickly indeed.
Okay then, he's getting his speed up quite well. He's in this first tight left-hander. The brake lights are coming on. He's not using the handbrake turn. It's another option that's in the game, which could certainly get around the corners quicker. 20 seconds gone there. We're looking for a time of under 31 at the first checkpoint break.
If he uses the handbrake, of course, he might not have skidded straight into... Oh, that was dreadful.
No, that's going to slow him down as he comes to the first checkpoint. 32 seconds at the first checkpoint. He's a second off of Ian Marshall's record-setting pace.
That is really quite bad indeed. It's in fact 2 seconds off of John Paul's pace, which is really bad indeed.
But Ian managed to make the time up.
And he's not even going for the racing line though. Ian managed to find the racing lines. Of course, if you go in shallow on a corner, you'll come out far, far faster.
Okay, he's bombing all over the place. This is not looking up. There's lots of work to be done by Aaron Noel. He's through the tunnel there. He's got a car in front of him. That is not going to help him much at all, Rick. I think we're going to just about come to the second checkpoint. Yes, there it is. Let's look at the time. Paul, a good performance. You were actually the fastest over that first part of the course. Again, it was the second half that went wrong with you, wasn't it?
Just a couple of knocks, really, yeah.
Yeah, well, got to be philosophical about it. I like that one. And Ian, finally, well, I was there at the National Championships and I saw Aaron edging you out in the final. You got revenge today, though?
Yeah, my dad.
So you can dance a little celebratory jig?
Yeah, I will do.
As well. And that way I've neatly, what I've done, kids, if you're watching, I've neatly brought in what I spoke to them at the beginning at the end as well. A little tip for future television presenters there. And that means, though, at the end of that the Go to Guestmaster joystick goes to Ian Marshall.
And it's basically a cross between Tomb Raider and Resident Evil. Now, the obvious comparison straight away with Nightmare Creatures is going to be Tomb Raider. Now, there are some big differences between the two. Tomb Raider is more platforming, this is more adventure-based. Tomb Raider is more puzzle-based, Nightmare Creatures is more combat-based.
The combat system itself is quite simplistic, but it's very easy to play, and I actually find it quite satisfying.
The game moves pretty fast. I mean, there's a serious pace to it. Lots of box smashing, creature annihilating, mayhem all round.
Nightmare Creatures does itself a lot of favours by having a huge playing area coupled with a very good learning curve. You'll get into it easily and want to play again and again.
Bloody roar.
Hooray! It's got a swear word in the title. It features animals chewing each other's legs off. It is Bloody Roar on the PlayStation.
It seems to be very popular with beat-em-ups at the moment to have a power bar. And in most games, you reach a certain level on the power bar and you're suddenly able to pull off wicked combos or special moves or whatever. In this instance, the power bar builds up and what you're able to do is...
Celebrity Challenge is on one of the most obscure arcade games I've ever encountered. Armadillo Racing. Taking the part of a small South American mammal, contestants must race to the finishing line whilst avoiding the many obstacles that pepper their path. Armadillos are controlled by furiously rolling the trackball, and getting up to good speed will allow the little critters to curl themselves into a ball and bounce opposition out of the way. My two contestants will play as the red and blue armadillos in the best of 3-lap contest. It's a weird one, but I think it should be fun.
Now, in olden days, if you were a children's television presenter, you didn't have to be particularly attractive, as John Noakes successfully demonstrated. Nowadays, though, it's a different kettle of particularly attractive fish, as tonight's celebrity guests will prove. Please welcome, from ITV Scratchy & Co, Carilla Varley, and from the BBC's Fully Booked, Sarah Vandenberg. Welcome to the show, Carol. Welcome back, Sarah.
Yes.
Now, research purposes on this show, we often get celebrities' agents to send us details about them. They're often hysterical. Such are these two. Now, Carol, you have a deep, dark, secret double life. Because you are, and it says here, known all over Europe as dance music sensation Ginny.
Oh, I hate that.
Ah, okay, so it's a quality show. Okay, well, we ruminate more about television legends and prepare to play possibly the most fantastic game in the history of Games Master. You guys can take a quick commercial break.
Keep a nice rhythm. Keep
You
steady
are talking
playing.
about the game here, Derek.
Of course,
Okay.
of course. And then you'll see the armadillo turn into a ball and then really start moving.
Okay, and do you, which of the two girls would you think would be the favourite?
Oh, put me on the spot here. Sarah.
Do you fancy Sarah? Derek fancy Sarah. No, it doesn't. Okay, right, best of luck, girls. We're going to have 3 races. It's technically a best of 3 situation. Best of luck. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Okay, Kirill Valley's in the red, Sarah Vandenberg's in the blue. We're going to start off on Kirill's screen here, then flick from one to the other. There's the countdown. And they're off, and it's Kirill screaming into the lead. Sarah coming up in the rear, and she flips her over to it. They're both rolling like you said they were.
That's right. Then watch out for these mud patches. The mud patches slow you down.
Okay, then let's go flick on the Sarah's screen now. She's a bit behind. She's just falling into the water.
She's falling into the lake.
Up that little mount there, and that means that Kirill is very far ahead at this point. You can see her in the distance on Sarah's screen. She's turned the corner now. Let's go back to Kirill now. You can see her sticking up next. And she's got the pig.
All right, she's been to the pig sty. What? There's a shortcut by the... Oh!
No, she's just... What? Finish the sentence. No, she's dropped the corner now. We're still on through. She can fall behind you. Let's go back into Sarah Vandenberg. She's taking the lead there.
Okay, and through the cave now. Go watch up the rock. Oh, look, she's on this bridge. The
Oh,
rock
she's
bridge.
seriously, but she's fallen on the bridge. And she goes back to Kirill. She's not there because she's fallen off too. But she's taking that. Sarah's leading to come in the home straight. Let's go back to Sarah Vandenberg. She's going to take this there.
Oh, yes.
Sarah Vandenberg takes round 1.
Sarah's swimming. Come on, Sarah. Swimming.
Sarah's in the lead again, Derek.
That's right, and Sarah's dodging the stones. Get around this bank. Watch out for the bridge. Don't fall off the bridge. Oh,
Oh, no, Sarah's on the bridge. And Coach Kirill is the bridge to the last one. Let's go to Sarah's screen. You can see Kirill just in front of us. Is Kirill finally going to take this and level it up? No! Vandenberg just took the next. She was the challenge. As we await the introduction of a new Olympic event entitled the Armadillo Racing with Contemporary Looks, let's sneak into this week's feature.
While the rest of us have been enjoying Crimbo, we Japanese blokes have been locked in their bedrooms creating the latest arcade games. Winter Heat is the first of these. It's actually the sequel to Athlete Kings, which you may have seen on the show last series. The game features 8 events, including downhill skiing, cross-country, speed skating, bobsleigh and ski jump. And you can expect another perfect Saturn conversion very soon. For those that find public displays of lycra distasteful, salvation comes in the form of Downhill Bikers, the sequel, of course, to Uphill Gardeners. Somebody's obviously decided that motorbikes are for wusses and produced a new racing game that, like Prop Side of Fantasy VII, Squaresoft. The game cunningly features all the best bits nicked from the most successful beat-em-ups, which means players can use weapons, interact with the environment and turn into animals. Given most people's naturally violent tendencies, we're expecting our guys to do the business in arcades this spring until the nights get lighter and you can go and meet women.
Seven Games Masters done and dusted, only 3 more till we bite the big one. 3 weeks until TV Land becomes less funny than Shane Ritchie telling one of Joe Brand's jokes.
To the island of dreams.